It's the summer of 2014, and news of the first Islamic State hostage takes the world by surprise. Headlines intensified after a rescue mission failed to free 40-year-old freelance journalist James Foley. He became the first American beheaded after 2 years in captivity.
We have proved time and time again we will do what's necessary to capture those who harm Americans.
In September, another hostage's life is threatened. American-Israeli journalist Steven Sotloff appears in Foley's execution video.
Our village is strong. We will not allow our enemies to hold us hostage with the sole weapons they possess: fear. Our prayers go out to the family of Jim Foley. Like Steve, he suffered, but his jailers never broke him.
Meantime, the terrorist organization issues a threat to President Obama, telling him his next move would decide the fate of Sotloff. Then, just days after the threat was released, the U.S. stepped up airstrikes against Islamic State, firing missiles at various Humvees near the Mosul Dam. Steven Sotloff was beheaded on September 2nd. In his execution video, another life is threatened, this time a British aid worker, David Haynes.
I would like to declare that I hold you, David Cameron, entirely responsible for my execution.
On September 13th, the executioner beheads Haynes with a knife, then shows British aid worker Alan Henning in an orange jumpsuit. The terrorist warns Prime Minister David Cameron that if he insists on fighting ISIS, like President Obama, he would have blood on his hands. Alan Henning became the fourth Western hostage executed by the Islamic State on October 3rd. And following days of pleading by his family, on November 16th, a video shows the beheading of 26-year-old Peter Kassig. This leads us to today, where new videos surface from the Islamic State group threatening to kill Kenji Goto and another Japanese citizen, Haruna Yukawa, if they did not receive a $200 million ransom payment by a week's deadline. After the deadline passed, another video shows journalist Kenji Goto holding a photo of his fellow Japanese prisoner's decapitated body. The Islamic State and their supporters condone beheadings as appropriate behavior, pointing to the Quran as punishing the so-called unbelievers at times of war. Meanwhile, beheadings of Westerners are designed to strike back for military actions against ISIS. Nohely Mendoza, One American News.